Breaking ground, and I'm Swati Joshi. Well, it is a big day for India. Finally, we are moving a step closer to justice in the 26/11 terrorist attack in Mumbai, in the maximum city. Tahawwur Rana, the 26/11 conspirator who has the blood of 166 people on his hands, is being brought to India. A close aide of David Coleman Headley, he played a crucial role in plotting and facilitating worst terror attack on the Indian soil. He tried every trick in the book to evade his extradition to India, but Indian government was relentless in its effort. Persistent efforts by Modi government since 2019 have ensured that Tahawwur Rana is brought to India to face the law. Times Now has been keeping the viewers ahead on this biggest story of the day. We have inside scoop on how he is being brought back and what happens after he is brought back to India. It's just a matter of few hours now. Tahawwur Rana will be brought to India from Los Angeles in the US. All paperwork and formalities have been completed. He will be extradited in a private aircraft due to security reasons. It is a special aircraft that would need refueling somewhere in Europe. Then it will fly to India. Now, he's expected to land in Delhi. For more, let's try and go across to our reporters as well. We'll get you more details. We'll connect with our reporters. Let's also give you a sense of what is going to happen after Tahawwur Rana lands in Delhi. The NIA headquarters will be his first destination. Among the 6 Indian officials who went to the US to bring him back include 3 from NIA. After he lands in Delhi, as per sources, he will be taken to NIA headquarters where his medical examination will be conducted. Security has been beefed up. This will be followed by court hearing where NIA will seek his custody first. Court hearing will happen through video conferencing due to security reasons. Once the NIA custody is over, he will be sent to Tihar Jail as per sources. Here's what the Mumbai terror attack survivor has to say on this big development.
देविका, वी आर वन मोर स्टेप क्लोजर. तहावुर राना, जिसे एक की कॉन्स्पिरेटर के तौर पर देखा गया है, जिसने डेविड हेडली के साथ पूरी प्लानिंग का वो हिस्सा रहा है, उसको एक्स्ट्राडिट करके इंडिया लिया जाएगा. किस तरीके से आप इसे देखती हैं?
इस बात को सुनकर मुझे काफ़ी खुशी हुई है. मैं पहले तो अपनी इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को और यूएस गवर्नमेंट को मैं धन्यवाद कहना चाहूँगी कि इस बात से हमारी इंडिया की बहुत बड़ी जीत है. तो मैं एक ही बात कहूँगी, तहव्वुर राना को जल्द से जल्द भारत लाया जाए, तभी जाके मुझे पूरी खुशी मिलेगी और उससे जल्द से जल्द एक इन्फॉर्मेशन मिले कि वो आतंकवाद के खिलाफ वो सारी प्रूफ दें.
देविका, साथ में हमने देखा कि आप और मैं, कई लोग इस वक्त का इंतज़ार कर रहे थे जहाँ पर तहव्वुर राना ने पुरजोर कोशिश लगा दी, यूएस के हर कोर्ट में जाकर याचिका दाखिल की, लेकिन अब यूएस के सुप्रीम कोर्ट से खारिज कर दिया गया है उसका लास्ट एप्लीकेशन, यानी और क्लोजर हो गया है वो भारत आने के.
यूएस से खारिज कर दिया गया है, इसलिए तो सबसे बड़ी खुशी की बात हो गई है कि उसे जल्द से जल्द भारत लाया जाएगा. तो इस बात से बड़ी जीत हमारी कोई नहीं है कि हमें और आतंकवाद के खिलाफ सबूत मिलेगी. और पाकिस्तान में आज भी कहीं ना जाने कितने आतंकवाद बैठे हैं और उसके मन में क्या चल रहा है, क्या प्लानिंग चल रही है, वो हमें किसी को नहीं पता. शायद इसके आने से इंफॉर्मेशन और मिलेगी. 26/11 के टाइम पे इन्होंने क्या प्लानिंग किया था, कैसे किया था, ये सारी इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगी. मैं चाहती हूँ कि तहव्वुर राना को लाने के बाद उस पर जल्द से जल्द कार्रवाई करके उसे फांसी की सजा दिया जाए.
Now remember, in his attempt to evade extradition to India, Tahawwur Rana had used arguments like he is a Muslim of Pakistani origin, there is a high chance of torture in Indian jails, there is a threat to his life. He also claimed he will be tortured by Indian authorities, and because he is suffering from multiple ailments, including Parkinson's disease, he may not survive long enough to face trial. All of these arguments were rejected by the US top court, paving way for Indian authorities to bring him back. We, in fact, have inside scoop on what next as to how the authorities plan to keep him in the prison. Now, sharing more details with you, this is what we are picking up in terms of the inside scoop on what's going to happen next. Initially, Rana will be in the NIA custody. Later, Tahawwur Rana will be shifted to Tihar Jail, special cell to have windows for sunlight. These are the preparations that are being made. Every meal that will be served to Tahawwur Rana will be checked. Daily medical examination has also been planned, and every move will be monitored through CCTV. We're also given to understand that paramilitary commandos are going to be deployed. This is what sources are telling Times Now. Remember, he's used excuses like he is a Muslim of Pakistani origin, he has health issues, and that he's going to be tortured in Indian jails. At some point, he also spoke about hygiene in the Indian jails. Now, given the kind of excuses that he made, and yes, they've all been rejected, but since this is such a sensitive issue, there are multiple preparations that are being made after he lands in Delhi to keep him safe and secure as he faces trial. So paramilitary commandos have been deployed that are going to monitor his movements, along with CCTV cameras that have been placed. As far as meals being served to him are concerned, they will be checked before they are served to Tahawwur Rana. We have Pradeep Datta and Nilesh joining us on the broadcast. Let's first go across to Pradeep Datta, and then we'll try and connect with Nilesh to get more details on the preparations that will be made. So Pradeep, first NI will seek custody of Tahawwur Rana. It's a massive development and a success as well for India.
Yes, Swati, you are absolutely right. It's a matter of few hours that finally the National Investigation Team, along with 3 other intelligence officials, they will be landing with Tahawwur Rana at Delhi, and finally he will be taken to the NIA headquarters. At NIA headquarters, his medical examination will be done. After already they have prepared the papers and documents that will be submitted in the court, because they will try to have his custody. And during that custody, he will be questioned. They will try to find out who more people were involved in this attack, and that led to death of about 166 people and more than 300 were injured. After that, he will be sent to Tihar Jail. You rightly said the special arrangement have been made. He will be kept in a special cell that will be guarded by commando, because they will try to ensure his security. He will be completely isolated. That means there will be no interaction between other under trials and other prisoners inside the jail. With Tahawwur Rana, there will be window for the sunlight, and they will also try to ensure whatever meal is served to him is properly examined. Not only that, he will be 24/7 under CCTV vigilance, because the CCTV cameras will be monitoring each and every moment of Tahawwur Rana. And maybe later on he will be even shifted to one of the Mumbai jail that already arrangements have been made. So it's a big success so far as India is concerned, because it was in 2019 for the first time when India wanted his extradition. They applied for the same, and it was a long diplomatic as well as legal battle, and he was always looking for legal options and looking for excuse. You rightly said that after one bahana or other bahana, Rana was trying to evade coming to India, and he wanted that people should know that Indian jails are neither safe nor people have faith in the Indian legal system. But what exactly has happened, that all lies of Pakistan have been nailed once he will be here. And the second thing is that one thing has been made clear by the US authorities, that they have full faith in Indian legal system. They have full faith.
Right.
That
Pradeep, stay on with us.
Bhavtosh
is also joining us on the broadcast, and he in fact has been tracking every single development related to this case. It's a big moment for the Indian authorities. Tahawwur Rana finally, Bhavtosh, will be facing the Indian law that he's been trying to avoid for a very long time. In fact, towards the end, when he knew that he will be handed over to the Indian authorities, to the officials, he in fact also played the minority card. He said he's a Muslim from the Pakistani origin. He'll be tortured in the Indian jails.
Yes, Swati, before that, there is an important development. Since June 2020, he was lodged in Metropolitan District Detention Center, and what we have gathered is that he has been removed from there, or at least he has been moved from there. We checked Federal Prison Locator or Federal Bureau of Prison. Now, I will just show it to to our viewers. The name of the prisoner is Tahawwur Rana. His register number is 2282944. Age is 64. Race is white and not in BOP custody as of 8th April 2025. What it means is that he has been shifted from Metropolitan Detention Center. This has happened just few hours back. Now, from June 2020, he was there. He was arrested on the request of India. And what we have gathered from our sources is that from there, he has now been shifted. What our sources have told us is that NIA officials, accompanied with the surrender warrant that was issued by the Secretary of State of US, reached there on Sunday. Accompanying the IG is a DIG as well as a deputy superintendent, as well as officials from Central Intelligence Agencies, and they in fact reached there with in a private aircraft. The US authorities are continuously monitoring all the developments. Remember, he has a very high security threat on him, and he will be reaching here in morning. In Delhi, he will be reaching here, And what we can confirm is that he has been removed from the Metropolitan Detention Center. I will again show it to our viewers. This is on the Federal Bureau of Prison. Name is Tahawwur Rana. Register number is 424. Age is 64. And race is white, not in BOP custody as of 8 April 2025. This is US Eastern Time, so there is a lag of 12 to 14 hours. So he has been shifted out, and he presently is in the Los Angeles.
That's big development that you're sharing with us. So Tahawwur Rana has been shifted from the Metropolitan Detention Center, taken to an undisclosed location at this point of time. Bhavtosh, Pradeep and Nilesh, stay on with us. We're also joined by former diplomat Achal Malhotra. We have author RSN Singh on the broadcast with us and senior journalist Raja Faisal. I want to take a reaction from RSN Singh first. This is a big development like we've been talking about. And what are you expecting now to happen? Because India has been saying this for far too long, that Pakistan has become a hub and a factory that produces terrorists. And they keep on facilitating them, they keep on providing them a safe haven, and their only agenda is to try and destabilize India. Now that Tahawwur Rana is finally going to face the Indian law, RSN Singh, what happens next?
No, if I may say that this is a prize catch and you can, judge the significance. If I say that, when Ajmal Kasab was apprehended, he was of tactical value and political value. Why I'm saying political value? Because, this helped us nail the lie that, it was a Hindu terror attack. So to that extent, it was a political. David Headley was of intermediary value. And here is the man, who was the main, one of the main brains behind this whole attack, in the sense that in any proxy attack, there are two components. One is, preparation and an execution of attack, and the target end. So the target end was entirely coordinated by him. In Mumbai, he made several trips. In fact, between November 11th and 16th, just 10 days before 26/11, he carried out the last minute, checks as whether, things are in place or not. Now, what happens from here is that, a lot of things are going to tumble out. And, we all know that there are proxies within India who are involved in this attack. There are Bollywood characters, there are lawyers, there are police personnel. And at the higher level of the police hierarchy, I don't want to name them. I don't want to name them. Then there are politicians, there are lawyers. Then there is this whole, Dawood network. So it is entire, this proxy apparatus in India which will get unraveled. Okay. And to that extent, I am little, I'm worried about his security in Tihar Jail. We should not have a situation like, Ram Singh, who was just found hanging in Nirbhaya case. A lot of these kind of things happen.
All right.
So he's a very, very high value catch. And I should also acknowledge, while I applaud the tremendous, effort put in by the, our Indian establishment, particularly the NSA, Mr. Ajit Doval. I may also add here that what has helped in this case is the change in dispensation in United States of America.
Absolutely, and that is what I was going to come to next and speak about the diplomatic relations and how that has helped in this development. And I believe Mr. Malhotra can throw more light on that. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yes, indeed, in this entire episode, of course, we know that it's a tribute to our intelligence agencies and the diplomacy that we have been able to reach a situation when we are getting out. But one important factor is that Prime Minister Modi and President Trump are on the same page as far as terrorism is concerned. And I think in his second term also, President Trump has made it clear about his firm steps he proposes to take against terrorism and terrorists. So I think that also is a factor which must have helped, which means the positive aspects of India-US relationship. That is a contributing factor, always a contributing factor. Just presume a situation when you have, he was not in USA, but in some other country which is not so favorably disposed towards India. It would not have been easy to get him out from there. So on the whole, this, of course, this is very significant from the point of view that he was a facilitator in India. Probably will be able to get out of him who were his contacts here, who all others were involved, who have so far been able to escape. And more than that, there is a signal to the terrorists and the sponsors of terrorists across the border that India is not going to sit quiet. It may take time. Ultimately, we are going to find them out and bring them to the justice. I think this is a big signal that will go out from this episode. And I will not comment upon, some of those who have been, being killed outside in the third countries, and the blame is being put on us. That's a different issue, a sensitive issue. Let's not talk about
Absolutely.
that.
But the point that you just made before this, a very important point. I want to go across to Raja Faisal on that. And by the way, Dr. Irshad Ahmed Khan, leader PMLN, is also joining us on the broadcast. Thodi der mein main aapke paas aaungi. Let me first go across to Raja Faisal. Achal Malhotra said this is also a signal to not just terrorists but sponsors across the border. Has the message been received, Mr. Faisal?
I think it's a good question. First of all, Pakistan is not sponsoring any kind of terrorism. Yes, Pakistan is being a victim of terrorism, and that is being sponsored by India. If you want me to say it, yes. Kulbhushan Jadhav is in the hands of Pakistan, and he was caught red-handed in Pakistan. When coming towards this particular case, Rana, I mean, he was part of Pakistan military, and he left it and shifted to Canada back in 1999. And since then, what he does, it has nothing to do with Pakistan. He was running a...
Ajmal Kasab, the terrorist who was caught alive, was he a Pakistani or not?
I'm not finished. I have listened all of you, at least get some courage to listen to me as well.
Oh, we have all the courage.
This guy had a travel agency. How he's been helping anyone, it has nothing to do with Pakistan. He had it in US, and that's where he was activated. He was helping out people, and this is how all of these terrorists, they work. TTP is working like this. Of course, other ISKP is working like this. ISIS, Khorasan is working like this against Pakistan. So this is how all of these terrorists work.
And Pakistan does nothing. And Pakistan does nothing, just provides them a safe haven. What about Ajmal Kasab? What about all his handlers? What about all his handlers in Pakistan who are coordinating with all the terrorists on that night? What about Hafiz Saeed? What about Hafiz Saeed? What about Hafiz Saeed? Is Hafiz Saeed a Pakistani or not? That's the problem, that's the problem. Naming and shaming has happened on multiple global platforms, and not just India. You may point your finger towards India, but the entire globe today is naming and shaming Pakistan and talking about Pakistan's role and slamming Pakistan's role. Sidelining Pakistan, reminding Pakistan that this has come back to bite you now. Remember that very famous statement made by Hillary Clinton, that you are literally providing a safe haven to these individuals in your backyard, and one day it will come back to bite you. That is exactly what has happened when you say that Pakistan is a victim of terrorism. Let me bring in RSN Singh. He wants to counter you. RSN Singh, Pakistan has no role to play in all of this. I mean, who is Pakistan trying to really fool here?
No, let me put it this way. He's absolutely right when he says that Pakistan is a victim of terrorism. But Pakistan has sponsored terrorists against India because it's a kafir country. So we are automatically enemies, And that is why this, clamor for Kashmir. So Pakistan sponsored terrorism because we are kafirs. But Pakistan is facing terrorism today because the Pak-grown jihadis feel that Pakistan is not Islamic enough. So this is where your theory of, it has gone much beyond, biting them, man. They are facing an existential crisis. My friend, I don't know when he will realize this. on a television debate when we say this. It's no point, countering me or anybody else. Please, I'm telling you, your country is at the brink of collapse because they feel that you are not Islamic enough. You use the same instrument, jihadi instruments, against India to settle scores with a kafir country.
Okay.
So this is the reality, sir.
Dr. Irshad is also through with us. Dr. Irshad Ahmad Khan, leader of the PMLN. RSN Singh and Achal Malhotra, I request you to please stay on with us along with Raja Faisal. Let me go across to Dr. Irshad Ahmad Khan. भारत के लिए तो बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है. हम इसको इस तरह से देख रहे हैं कि तहव्वुर राना जब आएगा तो और राज खोलेगा कि पाकिस्तान के और कौन-कौन से लोग थे जो इसमें इन्वॉल्व हैं. पाकिस्तान में इस डेवलपमेंट को लेकर के क्या हो रहा है? क्या पाकिस्तान को रियलाइज हो रहा है कि जो बोया था वही काटने का समय आ गया है?
बहुत शुक्रिया जी. मैं तो पहले अर्ज करूंगा, अभी आपके पैनलिस्ट बोल रहे थे कि हम काफिर कंट्री की वजह से दहशतगर्द बनते हैं. पाकिस्तान और हम मुस्लिम जो है ना, हम इंसानियत की बात करते हैं, हम हिंदू सिख मुस्लिम की बात नहीं करते कभी. हम कहते हैं कि एक इंसान का कत्ल पूरी इंसानियत का कत्ल होता है. पहले तो ये आप अपने जहन से निकाल लें, काफिर हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख इंसानियत की बात किया करें. दूसरी बात यह है कि ये जिसका जिक्र आप कर रहे हैं, ये जो भी टेररिस्ट है, इसके मरने से, इसके हिंदुस्तान आने से, इसके हैंग होने से हमें कोई ताल्लुक, कोई लेना देना नहीं. दूसरी बात आप अजमल कसाब की कर रही थी. मुझे बड़ा अफसोस होता है कि आप बोलते हैं कि आप बड़ी ताकतवर कंट्री है, हिंदुस्तान बहुत बड़ा मुल्क है और आपकी नाक एजेंसी है और आप चिड़ी के बच्चे को भी पर नहीं मारने देते अपनी सरहद की तरफ. मुझे ये बताइए, आप बकौल आप लोगों के, अजमल कसाब से हमारा लेना देना नहीं, इस टेररिस्ट से हमारा लेना देना नहीं, कि आपके मुल्क में घुसे कैसे? पहले तो ये बताइए कि आपकी एजेंसियां मरी हुई थी, आपके लोग सोए हुए थे, आप वो कौन लोग थे जो आपकी सरहदों की हिफाजत करते हैं? उनके होते हुए ये टेररिस्ट, 4 टेररिस्ट घुसकर आपके होटल पे कब्जा करते हैं, आपके सैकड़ों लोगों को बंदी बना लेते हैं और 4 दिन तक आपके मुंबई अटैक का आप बार बार जिक्र पाकिस्तान के नाम लगाते हैं. देखिए मेरे मुल्क में कितना जुल्म हो रहा है इस वक्त.
ये टेररिस्ट उसी तरह से नहीं, ये टेररिस्ट उसी तरह से भारत में नुकसान पहुंचाते हैं. थोड़ी देर पहले राजा फैसल कह रहे थे कि आपके देश में, जैसे आपके देश में टेररिस्ट अटैक्स हो रहे हैं सर. और दूसरी बात, अब आपका अजमल कसाब से कोई लेना देना नहीं है क्योंकि अजमल कसाब को पकड़ लिया गया, क्योंकि अजमल कसाब ने राज उगले और पाकिस्तान का नाम लिया और वहां बैठे हुए हुक्मरानों का नाम लिया और वहां बैठे हुए अपने हैंडलर्स का नाम लिया. डेविड कोलमैन हेडली ने यही बात कही, इसीलिए आज आपका कोई लेना देना नहीं है.
आप लोगों को दिक्कत यह है कि पूरी बात नहीं सुनते किसी की भी. आप पैनलिस्ट की
पूरी दुनिया देख चुकी है और सुन चुकी है कि अजमल कसाब ने क्या कहा था.
आपको जो मैं कह रहा हूँ कि मुझे एक आधा लम्हा और बोलने दीजिए. फिर मैं ये कह रहा था, देखिए मेरा मुल्क में कितनी दहशतगर्दी हो रही है, हम आप पे इल्जाम नहीं लगा रहे. क्यों
अभी लगा रहे थे राजा फैसल जी? आप क्या बात कर रहे हैं? पहला मौका आपको मिलता नहीं है कि आप ना दाएं देखते हैं बाएं, पहले भारत पर उंगली उठा लेते हैं.
मैं तो बात कर रहा हूँ. मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि पहले हम तबीयत साफ करेंगे, सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट करेंगे उन दहशतगर्दों का जिनको आपने भेजा.
बिल्कुल
आपको बताएंगे कि ये है
बिल्कुल सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट करने के लिए बिल्कुल सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट करने के लिए पहले आप आइडेंटिफाई और एक्सेप्ट तो कीजिए दहशतगर्दों को. आप तो उनको पनाह दे करके बैठे रहते हैं और उसके बाद उनको हाउस अरेस्ट करके दुनिया को दिखाते हैं. देखिए हम तो एक्शन ले रहे हैं हाफिज सईद के खिलाफ. अभी थोड़ी ब्रेकिंग न्यूज आ रही है, मैं लौटती हूं आपके पास. वी हैव सम ब्रेकिंग इनपुट्स कमिंग इन ऑन द ब्रॉडकास्ट. मोर स्कूप, इनसाइड स्कूप on Tahawwur Rana's extradition. NIA likely to take Tahawwur Rana to Delhi. He will be produced in Delhi court. Will Mumbai crime branch get Rana's custody is a big question. We have Nilesh getting us more details on that. Now, top Mumbai crime branch sources are telling us that they are studying the ground of extradition. Nilesh.
Well, it's simplifying the matter to our viewers. The first case that was registered by the NIA was in Delhi, and which is why at first Tahawwur Rana's custody is being sought by the NIA department, which will interrogate and investigate the case. Later on, the Mumbai police official might get the custody. That is, Rana will be brought to Mumbai is a bit doubtful as of now, because we have been speaking to the crime branch official, which happens to be the first investigating agency agency who was interrogating or investigating the case after the attack took place. Now, officials have conveyed that as of now, they haven't received any formal request or documentation that their role will be given out into interrogating Rana, and which is why they are currently at hold what their next move will be. Officials convey that they are looking after the ground that on which Tahawwur Rana has been extradited to India, and if they find any relevance for that.
All right, so the officials are studying the ground of extradition. Will they get custody or not remains to be seen. Nilesh, thank you very much for getting us the details. Thank you to our guests as well for joining us on the broadcast. We're wrapping up the debate. Thank you very much to Bhavtosh and Pradeep Datta for the inputs as well.